Hi guys, I'm Hope the Hot Wife. I'm happy to have you here. So, I am going to tell you how I got to the top 8% on my OnlyFans in my very first month. So, I have never done any sort of camming, any sort of adult entertainment whatsoever before. So, this is all brand new to me. Because I do have a personal Instagram and stuff like that, I had to restart. So I'm starting with no followers. I'm starting with no TikTok experience whatsoever. None of my Instagram followers. I actually went through and blocked everybody that I know on my new Instagram because they don't really need to know what I'm doing right now. So it's been a lot. I'm starting from scratch. Like my 4-year-old Reddit profile, can't use that. So I had to start a new Reddit profile. Everything is brand new. I'm starting from the bottom, from absolute ground zero. And yeah, in my first month, I went from nothing to, I think it was the top 8.4% on OnlyFans. So I feel like that was a pretty good accomplishment. So today we will go over what I do, and what I have done to get there. We'll also go over financials because everybody likes money. And then we'll go over how you can get started. Okay? So, first things first, what I do every day, I have exclusively promoted on Reddit so far. I do have a TikTok, I do have an Instagram. I just set them up like a week ago. I've only got a couple of posts up there right now. I know that my first posts aren't going to go viral, so I wouldn't say they're low effort, but they're not as much effort as I would be, as I'm putting into my later posts. So we're really just going to focus exclusively on Reddit today. So my new Reddit account is actually only 10 days old. So I had to restart after 3 weeks because Reddit suspended my account for suspicious activity because I was traveling and I was going through multiple different countries, and they really did not like that. So it thought that I was a bot, got in trouble, suspended my account. It was suspended for a week. I didn't notice for about 4 days. I was still posting. I was just like not sure why I wasn't getting any comments, wasn't getting any upvotes. Like, it just seemed really restricted. Whenever I'd comment on somebody else's comment, nothing would happen. So it was kind of weird, but I was like really tired. I was traveling, so it was a problem for when I came home. And I got home and found out it was suspended and started working on getting that back. It took me another 3 or 4 days to get it back, but by then I had already started a new one. So what I do on Reddit, every single day I wake up, because we are creatures of habit. So every day I wake up and I go through and I do all of my Reddit posts. I post in about 15 subs a day. I only post in the mornings right now because really that's all I have the capacity for. I run a business. I have 5 kids. I have a household to run. I'm incredibly busy. I also have a side hustle that I do, and then I keep up on my own fitness, and yeah, it's crazy at my house. So I do what I can, and what I can do, what I can commit to, is posting on Reddit every single morning. So every morning, first thing I go through, I do all of my posts. I know a lot of girls say they just have 5 to 10 pictures and they just rotate through and they use all the same pictures and all the same copy paste captions for all of their posts. You can do that. That's what I did with my first account, and That's not why it got suspended. I am not doing that with my new account because there are a lot of subs that are cracking down and they want to see that you're an actual person and that you are actually putting effort into your posts and into your history and all of that stuff. So I just post new pictures. Throughout the day, I just, oh, hey, I'm feeling cute, take a picture. Super simple. And then I just have a little album from yesterday that I can put up for today. I'll also take a couple of pictures in bed in the morning, just like, oh, feeling cute, just woke up, whatever. It's up to you. You can do it however you want to do. I also do different captions for each of them. Sometimes they're super generic, like feeling pretty. Other times they're like oddly specific. It really just depends on the picture and the sub that I'm posting in. So finding your niche is not something you have to do right away. The niche is where I would get all caught up in my head. It's not something you have to worry about right away. If you have brown hair, post in brown hair subs. If you have pretty eyes, post in pretty eye subs. If you like wearing jeans, post in girls with jeans. If you have small boobs, post in small boobs. If you have big boobs, I don't know that I'm allowed to say that. If you have big, post in subs for that. You know, there's all sorts of different subs. There's so many subs. So just post in whatever fits who you are, what your niche is, what your personality is. How I got so much karma right off the bat, I don't just post. I also comment. I comment on my posts. I comment on other people's posts. I comment whenever somebody leaves me a comment. I always reply to them. I upvote their comment and I reply. And some of them will carry on a conversation without upvoting my comments at all, whatever. But a lot of them go through and they're like, oh my god, somebody's actually responding to me with real words, not just hey or hi or a little heart emoji. Like, they're actually talking. It makes a difference to people. People want to feel seen. They want to feel heard. They're taking time out of their day to pay you a compliment, to tell you that you're gorgeous. It might not be the compliment you want to receive, but they're taking time out of their day. You can reciprocate with a 2-word response. Thank you. It does wonders. So I would recommend commenting back and engaging with people. I do engage with some people in my DMs. I don't engage with very many people. It really just depends. A lot of them are wasting your time. Some of them are not. That's actually how I got my first sub. I was not expecting him to sub. I just sent him the link to my OnlyFans and he subscribed and I was not prepared. So that was fun. Shout out to you. You know who you are. Yeah, so it's been a ride. So my second time around, by the time my 1 month mark hit, which I had my new Reddit for 6 days, I had 602 karma and 191 followers. So not bad for 6 days. That's all from commenting, engaging, talking to people. I'm also in other subs like photography or gardening or whatever. I'm in other subs. I'm talking to other people about other things that aren't just sex work, because it's important to be a real person and to not lose yourself in this kind of a lifestyle. So that's all I'll say on that. Just find what interests you. Go to unpopular opinions. Like, unpopular opinion, I think OnlyFans models should get paid more. I think that they should be recognized as a real gig or a real job. I think that the stigma against them is ridiculous. Whatever. Unpopular opinion. Get you lots of upvotes. Okay? So that's one way to do it. I guess we're moving out of what I do, because that's really the gist of what I do right now. I post in my dozen subs every day, and I post a different picture in every sub for the most part with different captions, and I engage with people. And I think that that's really the big thing, is I engage with people. I'm posting in the correct subs for who I am, and I'm engaging with people. So let's see. You guys want to talk about next? You want to talk about money or what you should do? I guess we'll talk about money. Money makes the world go round. So, I started my OnlyFans on October 24th. So it is officially 5 weeks old today. Yay. By the end of my first week, I had 3 fans. 3. I had made $30.60 gross, and I netted $24.48. So that was more than I expected my first week. Let me see. After that, the only thing I have... Okay, so 4 days later, I was 11 days in, I had 8 fans, and that put me in the top 45%. The top 45%. So that tells you how many creators on there are not doing anything on there. There are somewhere between 2 and 3 million creators on OnlyFans, and most of them aren't doing jack shit. Most of them aren't making jack shit. That's just... I don't even pretend to know what most of them are doing. So, yeah, top 45% was with 8 fans. Let's see. So by the end of the month, at my 1 month mark, I was top 8.3%. I had 26 fans. I had grossed $1,398.20, and my net profit was $1,118.56. The vast majority of that came from messages, pay-per-view messages. So that really just brings us into what I did with my OnlyFans. What I would do if I were you. So obviously set up your Reddit. Start posting on your Reddit. Make sure that your OnlyFans is linked to your Reddit so that people can find you. Do not go through and like jump into other girls' posts and follow me on Instagram or follow me on OnlyFans, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Don't do that. Like, don't promote on other people's stuff. It is a good way to get banned. Don't do it. Just when you see people doing that, they're bots, downvote them, report them, whatever. Don't do it yourself. Get your own people, get your own followers. There are plenty of them out there, I promise you, honey. So get your Reddit going, and then go through and get your OnlyFans set up. When you set up your OnlyFans, you want to have at least 30 pictures or like video clips of yourself up on your wall, so that they're not coming to an empty page like, when's this gonna fill up? Make sure your page is a paid page and you have a discount running for your subscription. It doesn't have to be a big discount. I've played around with it. I've had 15%, 25%, 20%, whatever. It just, don't look at the bounce rate. It's terrifyingly high. I think I had like 2,000 visitors and like 2 subscribers. So it's just, don't look at that. It'll hurt. So get your OnlyFans shell set up. 30 pictures or clips of yourself on your wall. Get that all ready to go. Set a schedule for yourself. What are you going to do? What are you going to post? When are you going to post it? Are you going to do PPV? A lot of people do, a lot of people don't. Some people like rely on tips. Other people are just like, no, you're going to be here. We're going to do PPV. That's all a very personal decision. Personally, I do PPV. So I post every single day on my OnlyFans. I have it queued. I'm actually queued through mid-December right now until I start my 12 Days of Christmas. So yeah, I'm queued every single day. I have several different photo shoots that I can draw from. I actually have 2 or 3 photo shoots in reserve that I haven't pulled any pictures out of. So yeah, I have a lot of content just kind of waiting right now. I also have a few things working in the background that I'm trying to get together. And I will make a video about that, just different ideas and stuff like that. So post every day on your OnlyFans, post every day on Reddit. Use the queue on OnlyFans if you want. I post every morning, 6 a.m. It's done. If I send out pay-per-view content that day, I either send it out at 4 a.m. or I send it out in the evening. It just depends on the day. It depends on the open rate, stuff like that. I do try to pay attention to when my subs are on so that I can try to hit them throughout the day. Like, oh, hey, notice that you're on. How you doing today, Larry? You know, whatever. Trying to engage with them, trying to talk to them. I think it's important. I know that a lot of them just drop off, but I also know that a lot of people are going to stick around if you're actually talking to them, and that's what we're in the business of, is people. People like to be seen, they like to be heard, they like to be appreciated, they like to know that they have value for somebody. Take an interest in them, take an interest in their lives. You would be surprised at how well people open up to you. So yeah, I post every day. I send out pay-per-view content 3 to 4 times a week. I have a welcome video, so when somebody subscribes to my page, they do not just get a wall of text from me. They get a short, sweet message from me, and then just a little video, and I'm asking them to go through and like all of my posts, and I think I'm telling them like a little bit of what to expect out of me and stuff like that. Thanking them for being here, stuff like that. I do not have everybody go through and like posts. I do tell them that if they like all my posts, I'll give them a little video. It's just like a short little like teaser video, really. There's no nudity or anything, but most people are more than happy to do it. Some people, I don't know if they don't check the messages or what. I literally have some who have been in there for 2 weeks and they haven't read a single message. Who knows? What I do know is the ones who do go through and like all my stuff, I try to get that video over to them as fast as possible. Shows good customer service, stuff like that. It's worked really well for me so far. I have over 1,000 likes on my page now, so I'm actually getting ready to paywall my welcome video. Like most people do. I do not have a paywall on my welcome video right now. It is completely free. Let's see. So your niche does not have to be something like crazy specific. So that was something that really like freaked me out at the beginning and I got all in my head about, was like, oh my god, what is my niche? Who am I? What am I? And I just went on there as who I am. You know, I'm pretty vanilla, and it actually like really shows through. And not in the way that you'd expect. I get a lot of comments about like, oh, your innocently naughty thing is really like, it's super attractive, it's a huge turn on, like, you know, it's amazing. And really, like, that's kind of the niche that I've started to fall into. And it's not by any means intentional. It's just, that's how I am. I'm not, like, I am very innocent, but I'm also not, obviously, since I have an OnlyFans. So that's one of the ones that I've kind of fallen into. I've fallen into a lot of like the cute stuff. I've fallen into a little bit of like the dom stuff with like muscle mommies and stuff like that. So that's just kind of where I'm at with that. You know, I'm really active, I'm super physical, like I love getting out, I love doing stuff, so I try to really express that. And I mean, it shines through. Like, I'm a really positive, upbeat, happy person. That shines through. So yeah, just be who you are. You know, obviously, if you have anything that you can play to, that you know, like, oh, hey, this may or may not be a thing. Like, you don't know. There are people who sit on cakes. There is literally called cake sitting. Look it up. Like, there is somebody out there for everybody, and everybody likes different things. You know, it can be something crazy specific if you want it to be. If you don't want it to be something crazy specific, then it doesn't have to be. Like, you do need to have an identity, but it can be a loose interpretation, excuse me, of your identity. So, I don't know if that helps, but that's where I am. So, yeah, and then I just kind of try to monitor and pay attention, and I adjust as I go along. And it seemed to be working for me. My current Reddit account is 10 days old now, like I said, and I went from, so in the last 4 days, I went from 602 karma to 1,147. I went from 191 followers to 383. I'm gaining about 50 a day right now, so that's been really nice. My TikTok and Instagram, I'm at 7 for my TikTok and 12 for my Instagram. Not a lot. I am gonna get ready to get my Telegram app up and going. I don't know if I'm gonna get on Twitter. I don't really want to. I'm not a fan. We'll see. We'll see about Twitter. Let me see, is there anything else? I think that's all I have written down. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, and you haven't started your OnlyFans yet, I do have my referral link down below. You can follow that. Doesn't take any money out of your pocket. It just basically, it's like, OnlyFans sends me a cut of what they take from you already. So it's a really great way to show appreciation. If you already have your OnlyFans, don't worry about it. I'm not really all that concerned about it. If you liked my video, let me know. Leave a comment if you have any questions, or DM me, and I will write down all of the questions, and I will make a follow-up video if I need to. Like, I think that it's beautiful when we all support each other. So hopefully this answered all of your questions, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a lovely night.